Hey, Ben Baxter here with Anglers All in the tying studio again. Gonna tie up the Higa's SOS today for you. Right, so we're gonna start off with the Tiemco TMC 2487 here from Umpqua. The bead I have on here is a 2.0 or 5/64 millimeter tungsten silver. You can also use brass if you'd like. And I'm starting my thread, which is a UTC 70 Denier here. Just get a couple wraps right up front. Next we're gonna tie in some black pheasant tail, and I've got 5 or 6 fibers here for the tail. I want the tail to be about the length of the body or the shank of the hook. I'm just gonna tie that in right here. Let's stay up front because now I need to tie in my wire as well. Find this, if you tie them both in before you go back down the hook, it just makes the tie go that much faster. I'm just using my fingers to kind of hold the wire and these pheasant tails back towards me. So as I wrap on, they'll kind of naturally lay up onto the top of the shank of the hook here. So I'm going just shy of about vertical on the bend there. And I'm gonna wrap back up. Go ahead and trim my excess pheasant tail tips off. Make a slight taper here. I don't want to make this too thick. That's plenty. So I'm gonna start wrapping my wire, and I like to counter wrap. Just feel like it secures the materials in a little better. Again, this wire is an ultra wire UTC in a Brassie silver. I'm gonna get 2, 3, 4 wraps out of that. Tie that off. Go in front of it a couple times just to secure it in there. And I can helicopter that off. Pretty easy. Next thing I'm gonna do is tie in a piece of floss. This is gonna be our hot spot, or if you were using tinsel, which you can on this, would be kind of a flashback. I'm just using a Vivus floss. You can use any kind of floss that's out there on a spool. This is a size 18, by the way, with this bead on it. If you wanted to go a little bigger with a 16, you could use a 2.5, 2.4 millimeter bead. Next, I'm going to be using some rabbit dubbing, just in a black. I really only need a tiny little bit of this. It's for how small this hook is. It's really going to bulk up fast. So I'm just taking a tiny pinch. There. Pull my floss forward. I'm gonna spin this clockwise, my bobbin, just to tighten up this thread a little bit. keep the bulk down because I'm about to tie the legs in on this guy. And one of the tricks I've learned is even after you've done a couple wraps in here, before I pull real tight, I just pull on this floss, kind of helps flatten out and straighten it out. Just makes the fly a little more solid. I'll pull tight on that again. Make sure that's good. Trim out my floss here. Clean that up a little bit. Doesn't have to be perfect on there. You can do this in quite a few different color variations if you want. You can use an olive or brown or purple or different color beads. You could use a hot bead if you wanted. So next for the legs, I'm taking 2 strands of some Krystal Flash, just in a black. And I'm gonna tie these in on my side first. Coming in at a little bit of an angle here. Just doing 2 wraps there. Okay, I'm gonna twist my thread clockwise again to kind of tighten it up so I'm not bulking this head up too much. Kind of adjust my legs the way I want them here. And last but not least, give this guy a whip finish. 3, 4. Snip that off, and I'm gonna pull my Krystal Flash back, and I'm gonna trim this just shy of the length of the body. Probably about 2/3 of the body. And there you are, that's the Higa's SOS. Super simple tie, very effective. Obviously on that flashback or floss back, if you will, on this guy, you can put 100 different colors of floss or tinsel in there to give it whatever touch you'd like, or maybe if you want to keep it more subtle, just not have anything back there other than a piece of black floss or something like that, just to kind of help hold that dubbing in on the front of this fly. Again, Higa's SOS, definitely a productive fly. Save our skin is what that SOS refers to, and I don't go anywhere without having this fly in my box. Thanks for watching. Look us up on YouTube, Instagram, subscribe, and keep an eye out for our next couple videos.